Today again we will continue the same exercise, the 1.4 from the chapter differentiation. The first example in that is x is equal to a root sec theta minus tan theta, y is equal to a root sec theta plus tan theta. Then we have to show that dy by dx is equal to minus y upon x. Now what is given? Y is equal to a root sec theta plus tan theta. So here y is a variable, y is expressed in terms of theta. So differentiating with respect to theta, dy by d theta is equal to, now here a is a constant, so we can take outside and then differentiate with respect to theta only root sec theta plus tan theta. Here we will use root f of x, its derivative is 1 upon 2 root f of x into f dash of x. F dash of x means again d by dx of that f of x, d by d, okay. So you use that formula root f of x. So we get dy by d theta is equal to a into 1 upon 2 root sec theta plus tan theta into d by d theta of sec theta plus tan theta. Now what is the derivative of sec theta? Derivative of sec theta is sec theta into tan theta, and derivative of tan theta is sec square theta. So from these two terms we can take sec theta common, and what will remain? Sec theta plus tan theta. Now here is 2 root sec theta plus tan theta, and here is only sec theta plus tan theta. So this sec theta plus tan theta can be written as root sec theta plus tan theta into root sec theta plus tan theta, so that one root will cancel, and what you get? A by 2 root sec theta plus tan theta. Now take our first function, x is equal to a root sec theta minus tan theta. Differentiating on same line, root f of x, its derivative is given by 1 upon 2 root f of x into f dash of x. So now here we will take minus sec theta common, okay, minus sec theta, so that we get sec theta minus tan theta. Now again here one square root is there, and here there is full. So this full can be done as product of two square roots, root sec theta minus tan theta into root sec theta minus tan theta. So one will cancel to this denominator, and you get minus a by 2 in bracket root sec theta minus tan theta. Dx by d theta. So after simplifying you will get minus a sec theta by 2 into root sec theta minus tan theta. So use the parametric differentiation and then put the derivatives that we have found out just now, and put this in equation and simplify it. This will cancel it to each other, and you get dy by dx is minus y by x, because this a sec theta etc will cancel, and root, no, we want this a because y contains a and x is also contains a, so sec theta only cancel. This a root sec theta plus tan theta is y, and a root sec theta minus tan theta is x. The next example is x is equal to e raised to sine 3t and y is equal to e raised to cos 3t, and we have to show that the dy by dx is minus y log x upon x log y. So whatever given, take y is equal to e raised to cos 3t. Taking logs on both the sides, we get log of y is equal to log of e raised to cos 3t. So again using index property, this cos 3t will come in front. So log cos 3t log of e, which is equal to cos 3t. Now differentiating with respect to t, we get dy by dt is d by dt of e raised to cos 3t. So dy by dt of e raised to cos 3t, so e raised to f of x, derivative of e raised to f of x is e raised to f of x f dash of x. So d by dt of cos 3t, but derivative of cos 3t is cos of f of x, its derivative is minus sin f of x into f dash of x. So f dash of x means 3t, its derivative is 3. So we got the derivative dy by dt is minus 3 sin 3t into e raised to cos 3t. Now take e, x is equal to e raised to sine 3t, Again, after taking the logs on both the sides, we got log of x is equal to sine 3t. Okay. Why I am taking the logs and I have not used them in finding the derivatives? Because I can used, if I use those functions to find the derivatives, then I can get answer much earlier. But this is the process that I want to share with you. So now take x and differentiate with respect to t. Use our e raised to f of x, e raised to f of x into f dash of x formula to find the derivative. So you get the derivative as a 3 cos 3t into e raised to sine 3t. Now you have the parametric differentiation formula. In that we will put these two derivatives. So 3 will cancel. Okay. And what you get? This sine 3t is nothing but log x, and cos 3t is nothing but log y. Again, e raised to cos 3t is y and e raised to sine 3t is x given. So we got our result, dy by dx is equal to minus y log x upon x log y as required. Now x is equal to t plus 1 upon t minus 1 and y is equal to t minus 1 upon t plus 1. Then we have to show that y square plus dy by dx is equal to 0. Now y is equal to t minus 1 upon t plus 1. We can write it as 1 upon t plus 1 upon t minus 1. So numerator is taken to at the denominator of the denominator. But this t plus 1 upon t minus 1 is nothing but our x. So we get the relation between the two variables, y is equal to 1 upon x. Now we will differentiate this directly with respect to x. So dy by dx is d by dx of 1 upon x, but its derivative is minus 1 upon x square. Okay. And this minus 1 upon x square, we can write it as minus in bracket 1 upon x bracket square. But what is 1 upon x? 1 upon x is nothing but y. So we can put the value y. So dy by dx is minus y square. So we get the relation y square plus dy by dx is equal to 0 as we required. Now the next example is x is equal to a cos cube t, y is equal to a sin cube t, and we have to show that dy by dx is minus y by x raised to 1 by 3. Now you can simplify it by so many different ways. You can find the derivative. We can directly use the trigonometric formulae to just eliminate t from these two parametric equations, and directly you will get the relation between x and y, functional relationship between x and y. Now first of all I will explain you to how to find the derivatives in the parametric differentiation. Now take y is given a sine cube theta and x is given a cos cube theta. Differentiate with respect to theta. A is a constant, so derivative of sine cube theta is a 3 sine square theta into derivative of sine theta is cos theta. And here a cos cube theta, the a is a constant, so derivative of cos cube theta is a 3 cos square theta into d by d theta of cos theta is minus sine theta. So dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by dt. So using that parametric differentiation formula, put those values in this function and just simplify. So we get sine theta upon cos theta. But this sine theta can be written as sine cube theta upon cos cube theta raised to 1 by 3. And from the given expressions, we can write x by a, y by a, and taking their square cube root. So finally you will got the result dy by dx is equal to minus y by x its cube. And just now I told you the alternative method, that alternative method is like this: x by a is this, y by a is sine cube theta. Taking the cube root on both the sides, then you get the value of cos theta and sine theta. Now then take the squares on both the sides and add. So you get x by a raised to 2 by 3 plus y by a raised to 2 by 3 is equal to 1. So this is the functional relationship between the variables x and y. Now we can differentiate this function directly with respect to x to get the relation minus y by x raised to 1 by 3. The next example is x is equal to 2 times cos raised to 4 times t plus 3 and y is equal to 3 sin raised to 4 times t plus 3. Then you have to show that such dy by dx is equal to minus square root of 3y by dx. Now take given y 3 sin raised to 4t plus 3. Then take this I can write this equation as y upon 3 is equal to sin raised to 4. Again, taking the square roots on both the sides, I will get so root y by 3 is equal to sin square t plus 3. This is our first equation. Now again take this x is equal to 2 cos raised to 4 t plus 3. Again simplified same as before we have done for y. So x by 2 cos raised to 4 times t plus 3 cos raised to 4 of t plus 3. Taking the square roots on both the sides. Now we have one standard fundamental identity, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. We will use that identity here, and we got the result that root x plus x by 2 plus root y by 3 is equal to 1. And now then we will differentiate this function directly with respect to x. Here root of f of x, its derivative is 1 upon 2 root f of x into f dash of x. Use that formula and the derivative of 1 is 0. So we got this result. After simplifying it, root 2 minus root 2 upon root x into 1 by 2 is equal to root 3 upon root y into 1 upon 3 is equal to dy by dx. So this 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2, and this 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3. So that 1 root 3 will cancel, 1 root 2 will cancel, and 1 root 2 and 1 root 3 will remain. That I can write root 2x and root 3y. Now take this root 3y to that side and you will get dy by dx is minus square root of 3y by 2x. That is what we want to show. The next example is log of x is equal to log of 1 plus t square and y is equal to 1 minus tan inverse of t. So take y is equal to t minus tan inverse of t, differentiate with respect to t. dy by dt is d by dt of t minus d by dt of tan inverse of t. Now t its derivative is 1, tan inverse of t its derivative is 1 upon 1 plus t square. Now take their LCM and simplify, you get t square upon 1 plus t square as a derivative of dy by derivative of y. Now take our x, log of 1 plus t square, its derivative is 1 upon 1 plus t square into d by dt of 1 plus t square. Its derivative is 1. Derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of t square is 2t. So 2t upon 1 plus t square. Now we will use parametric differentiation. Then dy by dx is t square upon 2t. That means t upon 2. Now we want to show something. Now what is given? X is equal to log of 1 plus t square is given. So if we use the exponential form of the logarithmic equation, we can write it as e raised to x is equal to 1 plus t square. So this 1 can be taken to this side. So e raised to x minus 1 is equal to t square. So what is t? T is square root of e raised to x minus 1. We will put this t in this derivative. So that I got the answer dy by dx is equal to root e raised to x minus 1 upon 2. That is what we want to show. Now moving further, the next example is sin inverse of e raised to t is x and y is equal to e square root of 1 minus e raised to 2t. Take y, then differentiate with respect to t. Here we have to use d by dt of root f of x is 1 upon 2 root f of x into f dash of x. So derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of minus e raised to 2t is minus 2 e raised to 2t. Okay, So here you have to use e raised to f of x. Its derivative is e raised to f of x into f dash of x. So derivative of 2t is 2. So I have written here 2. So dy by dt is minus e raised to 2t upon root 1 minus e raised to 2t. Equation number 1. Now similarly, the take first equation x is equal to sin inverse of e raised to t and differentiate with respect to t. Sin inverse of f of x. Its derivative is 1 upon root 1 minus f of x square into f dash of x. So simplifying it, you get the derivative dx by dt is e raised to t upon root 1 minus t is e raised to t its square. Use parametric differentiation again, put those values in this equation and simplify it. You get dy by dx is minus e raised to t. But what is x? X is equal to sin inverse of e raised to t. So e raised to t is sin x. So we will put this value here. Dy by dx is minus sin x. So sin x plus dy by dx is equal to 0. Again, alternative method we can use for this problem. We can use first function in second function. How to use first function in the second function? Because just now x is equal to sin inverse of e raised to t. So e raised to t can be written as sin x. So what is the second function? Y is equal to square root of 1 minus e raised to 2t. So this e raised to 2t, I can write it as e raised to t bracket square. Okay, and I will write that e raised to t as sin x. So 1 minus sin square x is cos square x. Its root is cos x. So I will get the y as cos x and its derivative is dy by dx is minus sin x. Okay, that's what we got here. Now x is 2bt upon 1 plus t square. Y is equal to a in bracket 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square. And we have to show that the derivative is minus a square x upon b square y. Now take y, differentiate with respect to t. A is constant, so we can keep it outside. Derivative, how to find derivative? Use quotient rule. Derivative of denominator square, denominator as it is, derivative of the numerator minus numerator as it is, derivative of the denominator. This is called quotient rule. Derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of t square is 2t. Derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of 2t square is 2t. Then simplify, you get, now you from these two brackets we can take minus 2t common. So 1 plus t square plus 1 minus t square. So t square minus t square cancel and again you get 2. So what is the derivative? Dy by dt is equal to minus 4at upon 1 plus t square its square. Now take x 2bt upon 1 plus t square. Differentiate with respect to x. Again here there is a quotient division of two functions. So you have to use quotient rule. Denominator, whatever function we are having in the denominator, we will take its square at the denominator. Then we will keep that function as it is in numerator. Then into derivative of the numerator minus numerator as it is derivative of the denominator. So the derivative comes out to be dx by dt as 2b in bracket 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square its square. Now the parametric differentiation is given by dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. I will put the values in this formula. So simplify it, you get dy by dx as minus 2a upon b into t upon 1 plus t square into 1 plus t square upon 1 minus t square. So that I can put for this function, I will put x upon 2b, and for this function I will put a upon y. So what we got? Minus 2a upon b into x upon 2b into a upon y. So this a and this a is a square. So minus 2a square x and 2b square y. This 2 will cancel and you will get minus a square x upon b square y. Okay, we will stop here, and in the next example we will continue the same exercise.